longer, but I am really delighted to say we have the Chameleons back in the room. Hello, guys.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Mark Burgess, would you mind introducing your bandmates, please?
Certainly. Drums, Todd Demmer.
Hello.
Some keyboards and backing vocals from Danny Ashbury.
Hi.
Hello.
One guitar is Stephen Rice.
Hello.
Hello.
And the other guitar is Reg.
Excellent stuff. Okay, and so before we get stuck into everything else, I know that you played the Albert Hall in Manchester, the proper one.
Yeah, Saturday.
On Saturday night,
Yeah.
and it was a triumph.
It was amazing, yeah. It was definitely a highlight for me anyway. It was brilliant. The audience was fantastic. I mean, they always are anyway at these Christmas shindigs, but they really excelled themselves.
The thing is, there are some bands out there where the fans are so feverish towards one particular band. You know, there's bands like Cardiacs. I always quote Cardiacs. You know, they will like the other stuff flying around a little bit, but they're very, very focused. And I know Chameleons fans are exactly the same, aren't they?
Yeah. They are very loyal to us and very supportive. Yeah, they have been since the beginning.
Yeah.
But we're getting a lot of young guys coming now as well, and girls. A lot of, our audience is noticeably made up of a lot of young people, which is quite gratifying.
Yeah, excellent. And particularly as you don't court them because you do what you do. It's not you haven't turned pop on us.
No, not yet.
Not yet. There is time, isn't there?
This time.
So you mentioned Reg there, and great to see you working together again. So how exactly did that come about?
We were short. I was doing Vox, and a couple of the guys I was working with, they kind of get double booked and stuff, and I was starting to turn work down because and he was there one day when I was doing it, and he went, "Oh, I'll do it." So he came in. And he'd played with us previously. Like he did a few songs as a guest thing at the academy, I think it was. But then he said, "Oh, I'll do it," and he just came back in, and he enjoyed it so much. He said, "Yeah, I'll stick around." So that was it.
I mean, obviously, the way the BBC is funded, we haven't got much money, and so Reg hasn't got a mic here.
No.
But it's just an amazing thought to think that actually you're thinking, oh, well, I can't ask him, and then he's thinking,
yeah. It just happened to be there when I was taking the call, and I was freaking out. I think one of them was that punk shindig they have in Blackpool, and been trying to get on it for about 2 years, and then at the last minute, one of our guys couldn't make it, and I was going crazy. He just said, "Oh, I'll do it," and then he ended up doing Manchester and London as well.
Well, that's just very, very fortuitous.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
And how did, after all that time of being apart, how did the kind of the writing go together, the chemistry?
In the end, it was really super fast. It was like we'd had a short hiatus or something. We all brought our ideas like we usually did, and the whole thing started to happen really quickly.
Right, okay. And you mentioned lockdown there. I know that you've been living intermittently, because I saw you, the last time I saw you, I bumped into you at a City match, Copenhagen.
Yeah, that's right.
And you were with Mick Peake, my mate.
Right enough.
And Kirk Brandon. And it was great just to bump into you. And you did say that you'd been in America for a while, which I didn't know. So how is the Chameleons standing over there?
Amazing. I mean, it's just going, it seems to be on some kind of trajectory, really. We did the show at the Webster Hall recently, and that was just tremendous. That was it used to be called the Ritz, actually.
What, in New York?
When we did it in 80s, yeah, in New York.
Right, I went to New York to the Ritz to watch Leonard Cohen.
Right.
I didn't know
I
there's the
saw
same.
a few bands there as well. We played it in 86 on the Strange Times tour, but we went in recently to do it. It's called the Webster Hall now, and it was just phenomenal. And the show in Los Angeles as well, and everywhere we go. I mean, it's just really enthusiastic and a lot of energy that they give us, and yeah, it's great.
Brilliant. Okay, well, it's great to hear that. And of course, I mean, after all this time as well, you've got an album looming large. What can you tell us about that? Arctic Moon?
Yeah, it's called Arctic Moon. We're about halfway through it. We're really happy with what we're doing. It is different. I mean, the writing's a bit more mature, and our influences we're tending to pull them now really from like 60s and early 70s and late 70s as opposed to post-punk, which is when we started out.
Yeah.
And that's quite nice because obviously the sound was crafted by one of the guitar players that crafted the sound, left the band 20 years ago, and he took his sound with him. But so we're not going to, it isn't going to sound like that, but we're really happy with it. It very much reflects who we are now, and I'm hoping that people will like it. We love it, so that's the criteria really for us.
Well, I'm sure you're
Yeah.
right there, mate. I'm sure you're right. And so the only date that we've got at the moment that anybody can talk about is Forever Now, which is at the Milton Keynes Bowl. Again, just going back, I saw Bowie there in 1983.
Wow, yeah.
It's a big old unit, but you're doing that on the 22nd of June. There's a massive bill on there, which we can run through just as you finish the mini gig. You're doing a set for us, 4 tunes. So what are you going to do for us?
First one is one that we reworked for Tomorrow Remember Yesterday, which is a record we just released, and it's called The Fan and the Bellows.
Great. Okay, the Chameleons live in session.